As each one of us begins to feel a call, something there, who am I really? What is that really? And for many of us, we have this call to go out in nature. And nature, who is the great healer, Mother Nature, we come out there and we're insignificant in a way of that vastness and the hugeness that is there. And yet the truth is, I am there. I'm a beholder of all of this. And who am I and what am I are essential questions I've got to ask myself. The call comes in unexpected moments. The call can come when suddenly I realize, wait a minute, I am that. I identify with something much greater than who I thought I was before. The call can come sometimes from some kind of a destiny that I have a soul contract on this journey to step out of the old stories and participate in something greater that's going to be to the benefit of all being. Well, sometimes a call can come from falling into a pothole. It's called a Plutonian call. Pluto calls you down, and you fall into that hole. It was there. You just chose not to see it, and you fell down there, and you say, how did I get here? What's going on? And you begin to self-reflect, self-inquire in a new way. And that is one of the possibilities of the call. What comes to add a tag onto that, the individual who is living in a true state of beingness, alignment with life, and who is not at the affect of heaven or hell, or right or wrong, that really, I could use colorful words to describe that, but it's all nonsense. And the individual who's living from their heart, from their own alignment, when we are congruent inside, I am and congruent outside, that's a state of a being who is blessed. And many traditions speak of that. The old European traditions talked of the fool, the Zalik, the blessed one. The Tibetan way speaks of the individual who enters into that state of equanimity. And all the forces of life respect that. Beginning to notice things are happening quicker, more often, is an indicator that I'm going in the right direction. And I mean the word right, not a right or wrong, but the correct way for me. And there are several things that come to mind. One is that the unconscious notices what I become conscious of and appreciative of, I get more of it. So the more I'm identifying with this synchronicity, these happenings, and my attention is there, I begin to move, self-organize along that way. And it was Maslow who talked about man's hierarchical needs. And the individuals, we all begin to self-organize around that which delights us the most and gives us the greatest sense of, I think the word for me works, being effective. I'm effective in my being. I'm effective in my relationships. I'm effective in this arena or that arena. And the greater and greater sense of effectiveness, I'm respecting my own being more. I'm respecting the talents, the abilities that are innate in my own being. As I begin, and when we begin, to notice what's happening. And some things begin to happen more effortlessly. Things seem to be happening randomly, but they're correct. They're what I'm yearning for, reaching for in some way. That's a self-organizing process. And I wake up to that. And if I'm reflecting inward, like, I got that. And it's all expansive. that sense of like a little kid getting what I want when I want it. And that already triggers that particular intelligence within us that wants to expand. Its innate ability is to flower, to bring forth more and more. And the more I walk that way, the more I follow that innate propensity, I am, first of all, discovering more about myself, who I really am in the world. I'm also discovering how generous, how generative, how magical cosmos is and how creation is.